Are you feeling overwhelmed on your solopreneur journey? Well, you're not alone. Being a solopreneur is not only powerful and exciting, but also, influence your overall well-being if you are not careful. So in this video, I will give you 6 tactics, transformative things that I've learned over the years that you can also use, because I know what a burnout is. If you don't know, good luck. It's your good luck that if you don't know yet, but making sure that you don't get it ever is also a good idea. So stay tuned till the end of this video. If you want to get, more focus, more clarity in your business in general, that this video is also for you. The first thing, let's put it immediately because it's so important. And usually solopreneurs that don't even think about it as the first thing ever is self-care. If you make business which destroys your body and your mental health, then why are you doing this in the first place? This is not fun. You should prioritize self-care, meaning good health, both physical and mental, meaning good quality sleep, enough sleep, meaning regular exercise, meaning, quality food and so on, good food habits. And it's kind of like, might come as a surprise, like why do we have to talk about it as solopreneurs? But this is so much neglected, and then burnout is when you can feel that you neglected your self-care. It means you really have to have some really nice, routines when it comes to taking care of your body. Because healthy body also fuels, focused and clear mind and your well-being in general. So if you want to be a successful solopreneur, you can never avoid this first point. And each time I'm trying to avoid it somehow, nothing is working after all. Not my well-being, not my life in general, not my private life, nothing. So I've learned over the years, also as a solopreneur, as a business owner in general, this is something you have to prioritize. Even though, people who are in this audience on this channel, free-thinking solopreneurs, people who look for freedom, they are very often idealists, idealistic minds, and they somehow don't prioritize their self-care very often. But this is, again, it's like, please understand, it's like on the airplane, they tell you, put your own mask first in case of emergency, before helping the other. Yeah, because if you don't help yourself, what can you do for others? You will not have enough energy, you will not have enough motivation, you will not have enough, just power, and in general, you will not feel energetic enough to care about others. So self-care is something you cannot avoid, so that's why it's number one. And if you want to avoid a burnout on your solopreneur journey, then of course this is number one thing to do. So make sure that you have some routines in place. On this channel I have quite some videos when it comes to like my morning routine or how to stay productive, working from home and things like that. So you can watch some other videos on my channel if you want to dive deeper into this topic. It's not that much that I talk about it. Maybe I should talk more. Let me know in the comments if you think it's a good idea. Okay, let's talk about the second important thing. And I also think you don't expect me to write this. If you want to avoid burnout, if you want to be a successful entrepreneur, in general, actually in life, when it comes to everything, okay, you need to establish boundaries. You need to make sure that you have some working hours, and you need to make sure that then there is a boundary where you don't check your emails anymore, you don't receive your phone calls anymore, you don't do the projects anymore. This is that simple, but this is so important, especially when it comes to burnout, especially for solopreneurs. Yeah. So this again brings you to this point that you have to make sure that your work day is scheduled in a productive way. That most important things, for example, how to be productive, is also that you start your working hours with the most important task, the task that you cannot avoid today. Like you have to do it today, and if you do it in the first working hours, be it in the morning or whenever you start, usually it's morning, but it can be different for different people. Some people are just not working, they're not effective in the morning, they are more clear in the afternoon, but this is probably a less often case. So anyway, it doesn't matter when you start your working day, you have to eat this frog first, they say. Frog is something challenging, difficult task, maybe something you try to avoid because it's not so exciting, but you have to do it. So you just start your day with this, making sure that everything else that could be postponed, you can always do later in the day. And if for some reason you don't manage this day, that you can always, say, okay, this I can also do tomorrow. So setting those clear boundaries for yourself, for other people also, saying my working hours are like this. You can reach me out in this particular time within the day, and I'm available during those hours. Also not the whole working day. You don't have to be available the whole day. You can say I'm available from this to that. Also depends on what kind of work you're doing, of course. And you can expect that I answer to your email within 1 or 2 days or something like that. It depends on, again, what kind of work you're doing, of course, because some work requires that you answer phones immediately and so on. If you were in some service or something. Anyway, so setting boundaries is the next important point you cannot avoid as a solopreneur if you want to avoid burnout. So the next thing, which should also surprise you, I guess, is... Let me know if you could guess anything of this before I wrote it. Yes, you have to learn to say no to things which are not aligned with your mission of your business. You have to learn to say no to projects that don't, bring you, they don't really fit to your solopreneur journey, to what you are doing, to your overall idea, Just because people ask you and you can do it, you don't have to say no, really. And I had to say no, even to close friends, even to family members, just saying, this is that's really not what I'm doing. So if it's a family member, I had cases and I said, this is really not what I'm doing. Maybe we could have some time and I just help you out a little bit and then you do yourself or something, If it's a family member, you do things just like that, you help out. But Also not saying I will do it for you, because it's not the thing that you are doing. So this is the something which is actually difficult for many people, especially when it comes to people who are like close to you and so on. It's kind of connected to boundaries. Yeah. So also any kind of collaborations, you can't imagine how many collaborations offers you get as a solopreneur. Yeah, they want you to participate in this, they want you to participate in that, because it's something interesting for them. But the question is it also interesting for you, for your business, for your mission, for what you are bringing to this world? Because every business is unique, and some collaborations, they profit both parties and some don't. And of course, all those things that you learn as you grow with your entrepreneurial journey as a solopreneur. And if you are not there yet, but if you feel like you have some experience in your life, you have some expertise, you have some maybe professional background or just a human experience, life experience that could be also useful for others, and you want to to pack it into some business, but you don't know how to do it or where to start, then make sure you watch my free training linked in the description below. It's done for you. It's just half an hour so that you can figure out what is that genius in you, that you can share with the world, helping other people and building your freedom at the same time, building your business, building your freedom, because it's all related. Yeah? So make sure you really check this link in the description, as well as other useful links, also my Instagram account. Maybe it would be great to connect there as well, because it's quite a different platform, and I'm very experienced in that. I can also teach you, bring your business on Instagram if you would like to do so, or start your business on Instagram. And I also have a course on this, also linked in the description below. It's called Solopreneur Journey for Free Thinkers. If it's something for you, check it out. Okay, now when I mentioned social media and Instagram in particular, maybe it's good to mention the next point, which I want to you to implement and to know. If you want to avoid burnout as a solopreneur, there's one more thing which is very important. There are actually 3 more points, but the next one that I would love to mention now is actually, I don't know if you can properly see, but it's digital. It's digital, it's D. It's kind of a funny D. I think something wrong with this D, don't you think? So it could be like this. Yeah, also very important. I use my social media like Instagram and YouTube for business purposes. This is the main thing. This is where I can build community of like-minded people, because my passion in life is to help people discover their potential, build their freedom. And for this, of course, nowadays you have to use social media because it also brings great results. But I don't use social media just scrolling, without reason or something like that. And even if you use social media for business, like in my case, you need some digital detox, from time to time. It means that when you make a day off, or better a weekend off, or maybe you want to have days off during the week or something, depending on your schedule and so on, you really need some days without computers, without your phones, without all of it. It's so simple, but it's also very important for your physical well-being as well as for your mental well-being. I'm quite sure you're already aware how it influences, how devices influence your physical well-being, including your brain, which influence your mental well-being, of course. So, and it's not healthy to use it too much, and it's not healthy in any way, because you just sit in front of your computer or like this in front of your handphone, or like this if you're a little bit older, in both cases it's just not the best positions to be stuck in this position. It's healthy to move, it's healthy to go out, it's healthy to be in the nature. And this is what I also really love, and this is what I do on weekends, this is what I do when I have free time, and I really create this free time to go into the nature, to enjoy the lovely forest, to enjoy the lovely beaches of the Far East area that I'm located now. And if you subscribe to this channel, if you watch more videos, you will realize that actually I post quite a lot of videos with the scenery of the Far East Pacific, so you might enjoy it as well, because it's really beautiful. It's on the coast here, it's really nice place to be. So if you want to know more about this, also make sure to subscribe to this channel and give this video a like, because if you watch that far, it definitely means you enjoy it, you like it, and this would be a good help for my channel, because when you give a like, it's a hint to YouTube algorithm that this is something useful, and then it will promote it to other people, and other people might benefit from it, not to burn out as a solopreneur. And yes, thank you for liking and leaving comments, and for subscribing as well. It really helps my channel. So it's like great support. The next point that I want to come to is actually very crucial. In a way, you can say it's the point. It's the kind of like essential point. But to come to this point, you really also need everything else, because all those 4 points are very much connected to ensure your well-being, basically, to ensure your well-being in your business and in general, so that you have power enough, basically, but very important. And if you already, have this foundation, then you can actually go to the essence of your business. And this is, so if you have a burnout, then go back to your roots. Why did you start this business? What is your passion? So anyway, it's passion. What is your passion? Why did you want to start this business in the first place? What is that in you that you want to help others with? What is that genius that you want to share with the world? This is the passion, and this is something that you really enjoy, you really like, you want to do it, So if you can see that some things in your business are really not what you want, because this is not why you started this, then also, again, you have to say no, And when you think about your passion, that also gives you energy to do things. And if you make all the other things in place, if you have it all in place, then focus on your passion, focus on the things you really love doing. Business should not be just, grinding, hustle kind of thing, because it's actually about discovering your own potential and how much you can give to the world. How much you can give to the world, what is your passion, how much you can, bring beauty to this world, bring meaning to this world, and so on, because you are doing something meaningful, you're doing something you're passionate about. It doesn't matter what, it can be very simple, it can be art, it can be, you know, accounting, it can be, you know, being a doctor, or helping with cars, or education, or whatever you have. You know, there's so many spheres of our life when people need advice, when people need experience and help, and your passion, if it is to help in this and that area, then remember it. And not about hustle, but about doing what you truly love. And this is the joy. You are free to do what you love. You know, freedom is really about joy, because then you're free to do what you love. That's why this channel is for building freedom, you know, for people who want to be truly free. Because freedom for me is not lying on the couch or even on the beach. I love sometimes, I'm not so much the person who likes to lie on the beach, you know. Yeah, I'm more the one who likes to swim in the water or walk around and check out the beautiful places, you know, not so much lying on something, on the couch or on the beach. It's not so much my thing, but it's just necessary when you are tired, yeah, for sure. But the process itself is not where that I'm so passionate about. So for me, it's really the freedom is related to the joy to do what you want, and to do the things you're passionate about, and let it be your solopreneur journey. So we have 5 important things. How about one last thing? It's very important that we support each other. So I would say support network. Support network. You know, make sure you surround yourself with people who support you. It doesn't have to be many. If you are an introvert, maybe you don't want to be surrounded by many people or something. But on your solopreneur journey, you need to be supported by people who really can provide this support. It can be online, it can be offline. And actually this channel, this YouTube channel is a network like this. This is the place where one can meet like-minded people, you know, this community here. You can't imagine what kind of brilliant people you can meet here. And for this reason, I really love when you leave me comments, because this is also the way you can interact with me. You can give me feedback. You can also connect with other, you know, subscribers on this channel. And this way we can build, you know, a bigger community and a nice support network for people who are going on the similar path in their life and need this support as well. Yeah? So I would like to really ask you, if you watch this video so far, it means this channel is actually for you. It means that this is something for you. So consider subscribing to this channel. Let me know in the comments how this video was useful, if this was useful, if this was, I don't know, entertaining or whatever. Give me a feedback. Maybe there's something that you want me to improve. I would love to hear from you in the comments. And otherwise, I will also see you in the next video.